Hey everybody, it's Kathryn, and we are starting in just another couple of minutes. I've already got the recorder going, and we got some folks logging on, and whew, what a week! So I think I'm really glad that we're together tonight. I don't think I know, because I kind of needed you guys too. But we got another minute. I'm going to grab a drink of water right quick, and I don't want y'all to watch me slurping. I'll be right back. Hey everybody, it's Kathryn. I've got a new headset. Can you guys hear me okay? Do I sound all right? All right, good. And hey Lynn, hey Cassandra and Elaine. We don't have you guys on camera, but we have some more folks coming on. But welcome to the Commanding Wealth Virtual Circle. And I'm Kathryn Perry, the Big Vision Coach. And every week we get together in the practice of the one command, and we are learning how to apply it to our daily lives and witness each other's success. So welcome to the call. And the way that this goes, in case you're new here, and then I've got some instructions at the end too, some changes that are happening. Basically, we like to check in, find out what's going on with each other, and then what it is that you'd like to command for. And a lot of times I will help to format a command. And then we go up and do a one command circle together. And then I always like to check back, right? Because a lot of times people go, oh yeah, that was, they feel a little spacey, they feel good, like, yeah, that was lovely. But what's important, what I'm really asking for is this. Right now, when you think about what it is that you want to attract, create, manifest, or how you want to show up in the world in a bigger, more empowered way, what does that look like to you? And then two, like, there's what you want, but then there's this gap. There's where you are now and here, and there's something in this gap that you perceive to be a problem, and you may not quite know how to verbalize it. Okay, it could just be a feeling, there could be a tension, a lack of ease, but there could be something that you're worried about. You go, well, I want to, but I'm not really sure. I don't trust that I could, or when I tried before, I failed, or it seems like every time I get close, something tears it apart, or my family doesn't get it, or whatever. Right? There's something we're putting in this gap, okay? And we want to be able to really, one, understand what that gap is, but two, how are we experiencing the gap? Okay. Does it feel like tension? Does it feel like this energy I can't move? Does it feel like there's something in your throat? When you try to think about it, your mind goes in circles, or do you feel blank? Right. And we'll have people that I'll ask a question in my coaching and go, wow, what would it be like if you had people support? And they would go, well, yeah, that would be great, right? Like, it'd be so much better than the other stuff I get, right? And it'd be so much better. But then if I ask specifically, well, if you were supported, how would you know? And there's this, I don't know, they wouldn't do this, they wouldn't do that, and then they would like kind of circle backwards on some story, right? But they really don't know how to create that thought, image, idea, that sense that they could be supported, and they have no idea how the people in their lives could ever be the source of that support, right? How in the world is that supposed to happen? But I want you to know that it can absolutely happen, and it does. And Richard told a beautiful story last week, and there was Richard, I'm just going to tell this about you. I'm going to just kind of keep the little points. That there was someone who was kind of being a bit of a pill in the family, and there's a couple of people that they were not the most his favorite, and things were not always the best and they were around, and it was a really important family, celebration, and he wanted to be in his power, right? And so we did some work around it, and it turned out those people couldn't make it. I mean, like, this was like a major milestone party. So this is the one that everybody better make it if they're alive, right? And for some reason, the circumstances were, it simply couldn't happen. And how could that happen, right? Well, did we curse them? No. What happened was Richard set a really strong intention. Here's what I want. Here's the gap. What he was putting into the gap was some drama, some concern, but also there's this feeling about his way of being able to deal with it, his capacity, right? And Richard's not. So what's in this gap is not mastery. What's in this gap is not confidence or courage or even a plan. There's just this hope that it could go another way. And hope does not get you anywhere, right? We don't want to talk about being hopeless, but hope means that you've just run out of ideas and you're hoping something outside of you saves you, right? So he didn't know what to put in this gap. So we did the commands, and what happened was his vibration, doing my hand puppets. One, he got into alignment with what is the celebration that he wanted to create, be a part of, and why he wanted to, and why it mattered, and who he wanted to be. We really answered some specific questions, but then what happened was the way he saw himself got elevated, and it raised the vibration, okay, of both of these. Okay, well, these people, these two troublemakers, have a choice. They will either rise up in that vibration and get along and meet that program and come into that paradigm, or they will simply not be there, and they weren't there. And that's the way it happens, and it's like peaceful and lovely, and we don't have to go, listen, I'm going to set some clear boundaries here, and I'm going to assert here because we are worthy and deserving of love, and you're not being that right now, right? Which is important to know how to set clear boundaries, but that doesn't always work. But when you raise your vibration, boom, it's miraculous. So we set, hey, what are some 3 clear ideas of what that would look like, right? So when he thought about it on the other side, it was like, oh, it's going to be lovely, and it might not be perfect, but we're still going to be lovely because we're going to be together. And then they actually had some big challenges happen, and they just flowed from challenge to challenge, and then they wound up having exactly the moment that they really wanted as a family. Am I right? What that memory that means the most to her. And Richard, I just want to, I'm talking about you here. I'm going to unmute this, but what I got to say is that you got to make that happen for her and be a part of making that happen. So
Yeah,
how did that feel?
it feels great.
Yeah.
Actually, to be honest, I was definitely in alignment, and also my stepdaughters, Kathy and Laura, were absolutely in alignment. All 3 of us were in alignment with
Mm-hmm.
it happening and being a beautiful thing for their
Yeah.
mother, my wife. And of course, I did the one command around it a lot.
Yeah.
Not a lot, but I did it as much as needed. And it just, as you said, whatever is not in alignment with that higher vibration, just won't have, they won't be there. Those
Yeah.
people just won't be there. Won't
Yeah.
happen.
And the thing is too that even though there was some things that were unplanned,
Hmm.
it I would say based on the way you said it, what ultimately happened was kind of like the way that was most comfortable and natural for Betsy,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
where she would have greater enjoyment, right?
Oh
Because
yeah.
originally they rented a big, beautiful hotel room
Yeah.
and stuff, and
Yeah. The whole thing.
I was like, "Hello over there, hi, 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 come on over, we're having cake."
Exactly. Something like that. Right? Yeah. It was the
Yeah,
downsizing. The people were there was the people who were supposed to be there. Period. That
yeah,
was it.
that it was
And it was just
perfect.
big enough for her because if she's an introvert and if she was had 40 people there, it would have been too much for her. She wouldn't be
Hmm.
able to pay any attention to anybody, just be feel overwhelmed.
Yeah,
She's not outgoing that way. She just isn't.
yeah,
So it was perfect. It's a beautiful very sacred, actually, very
Yeah.
special. It's very special, you
Yeah.
know. Thanks, Vinyet.
Ah,
Thank you for
thank
great
you.
credit. Kudos where credit is due. I want you to know who was here tonight. Thank you, Kathryn. I told you myself, but I'm telling you in front of everybody else. Kathryn helped facilitate that happening. Of course, I did the work,
He
but
did.
I did the work. I give myself credit for that.
Yeah.
But Kathryn was a facilitator to help me make that happen. So I just want to, okay,
Thank
let you
you.
know, just acknowledge that.
Thank you. And thank you for letting me make you, be part of my hand puppet
That-
play here.
That's
So thank
perfectly
you.
fine. That's perfectly fine. Thank you.
All righty. So back to the point, when you think about what it is that you want, what stops you, then our command is usually formed around what we what we would call consideration. Okay. And all this is kind of up new for me because I'm teaching these modules now for the Commanding Wealth program. I'm doing the recordings and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is all so important. I thought I explained all this to people, but I need to kind of explain this. But so we have this thing called consideration, and we might not just have that emotional, like we don't really know what that emotional connection to that is. It's like this visual thing, but it's not down in our body. So we don't know what we don't know, but we have an idea that it could be, that sometimes we'll mislabel as fear or lack or insecurity, when it's just like a lack of experience. Okay. That fear of the unknown. So we could go, well, wow, I don't know what it would feel like to be comfortable and confident in the face of adversity, in the face of not knowing what exactly how everything's going to work out. I don't know how to remain serene in that, right? So that's what we're putting in our gap. Okay. So when I'm asking you before, like when you think about it, what comes up for you, but then on the other side, here's the other instructions. Initially, you might just get kind of a good feeling because going to theta feels so good, right? We're just like, oh man, we're relaxed, we're in love. And these guys will tell you, if you're watching by replay, hashtag replay, I get a little theta drunk. I start falling in love with everybody. I want y'all to just come to my house. I'm going to hug you all, right? It's going to be good, right? But on the other side of it, then I want you to think back on what it is that you want to create, and then what's in that gap now. And that's what I'm asking at the end of this. Okay, does that make sense? Okay. Oh, so awesome. I want to check in now. I want to go ahead and check in with Sue. Hello, because you're up on the top. Hi. Oh yeah, you're just listening, going, "Hey, this is nice. Kathryn's talking about some stuff," but she wants to talk to you.
I knew you were going to do that. I'm still trying to figure it out. What's in the gap? So what would I be commanding for? I think what I'd be commanding for today is there's a lot of for me there's a lot of the other shoe dropping. It's same thing as you were saying right in the beginning, that you do stuff and then somehow something seems to come in and mess it all up. So that's been a lot in my life. So what I would like to say is, what I want to command for is to rise above that expectation, and that and sort of accepting that as being a default for me, that every time I make progress, something's going to come in and the other shoe's going to drop, and it's just going to all get blown out of the water. So I think that would be it, and I don't know how to verbalize that, but that's what it is.
Okay, so you have a pattern of getting blown out of the water.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so just go ahead and be blown out of the water. Just go into that feeling. How do you know you're blown out of the water? What's the feeling in your body?
I suppose the easiest way to describe it is a stone in my gut.
Great. So when you're on track and things work out, like, I don't know, you say tonight I want to have make grilled cheese sandwiches for dinner, and you get the bread and you make a sandwich, and then somehow the kitchen doesn't blow up. You get to just make your sandwich and eat it. How does that feel?
It feels good. It feels light. Is the
Okay.
best way to describe it. So it sort of
So
feels light.
be
It
light.
feels good. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how, right? So I don't know how to go from light to light to light. I only know I'm light now and I am fulfilled. Think about that. So we have this neurology, this pattern of blow up, blow up, blow up. So in between blowing up and the light, let there only be love, right? And then the command is actually, I don't know how I've replaced my blow up program with a light program. I only know with a be light program. I only know I am light now. And I am taking it, and I easily complete that which I desire, right? Or I easily complete my task. Yeah, no, we didn't even go to theta. We just had this new idea, right? But something is not innocuous and, like so simple as we make a grilled cheese sandwich, but we make it everything else hard, right? You got skills and practice, and there'll be things that, oops, I'm out of butter. I better go run to the store. Oop. I guess instead of that beautiful piece of cheddar, I'm going to have this Velveeta. Not what I was thinking about, but it'll be fine, right? Right? You just
Yep.
keep moving forward, right? And you don't feel like a failed human being because your sandwich didn't happen perfectly, right?
Right.
There we go. Okay.
Thank you, Kathryn.
Yeah, so light to light to light. I don't know how I go from light to light to light. Okay?
Yes, thank you.
All right. Mr. Richard,
Yes.
what are you
Yes.
commanding for tonight?
Well, this is probably too wordy, but you have a way of simplifying things where I get too wordy about stuff. I'm at a place in my life where, well, I'll read you what I wrote, but you'll get it immediately. I don't know how I easily emotionally let go of any attachments of any things, situations, and people in my life. I only know my life is now freed of the dead debris of the past as I move confidently into a bright and glorious future. I only know it is so now and I am fulfilled.
Awesome. I have a glass of water with my lipstick. 1 minute. I have a glass of water
Mm-hmm.
and I have all my emotional baggage.
Mm-hmm.
Do I want to focus my energy on letting go of the pen? Right? We go, hey, I can't have this because I'm holding on to this.
Mm-hmm.
So we could direct our command. I don't know how I easily let go, but I don't know how I easily embrace.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So focus on what you want.
Okay.
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 Hey, I apparently I need to like, but does that make sense? It's just like that. Focus on that outcome. And then that way you're not reinforcing all that negative programming.
Okay,
Okay.
that sounds great. The old metaphysics was, I choose to let go of this, and so this is kind of more direct.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, well, what if it'd be easy to let go? It's like, hey, I'm just choosing to embrace this now. Right. And there's a world that exists that you already have in your hand, that which you desire.
Okay.
So let's just be in that world.
Mm-hmm. Good plan.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Beautiful. Thank you.
Okay.
I want to say hi to Elaine and see how you're doing.
Hello, Kathryn. We're doing super. We really
Awesome.
are. Yeah. Yeah, it's beautiful day, beautiful evening. My plants are doing well.
Good.
What's not to be happy about? Mel's doing great.
Oh, that's wonderful. For the
Oh,
folks who haven't heard, her husband Mel went through about 6 weeks, almost
yeah,
close to 2 months of being seriously ill, and them not
very.
being the doctors not really being able to figure out what's going on.
Well, they found out that it was hospital-acquired pneumonia.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Don't you love it?
I do. Like, oh
Yeah.
well, there's just some things you can't get at home. You have to go out and get it.
That's right. Oh, yeah.
All right.
Oh.
So, what are you commanding for tonight?
Something simple. I just want health and happiness this
Mm-hmm.
summer for Mel, me, and the dogs.
Hey, okay. So I don't know how. We, my family and I, because the dogs are part of your family. I don't know how my
Of course.
family and I live in radiant health. I only know we live in radiant health now, and I am fulfilled.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I love radiant health because the energy.
Oh, yes, it expands.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, that's lovely.
Okay.
Yes. I
Well,
got that.
you sound so happy.
I am. It's, yes, I really am. And so much is thanks to you.
Oh, thank you.
You put my head on straight, and you made me see how things were and how they could be and how they are.
Thank you. I'm going to put that in the testimonials, y'all. Thank you.
Please do.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you. All right. So, and Elaine, be sure and get a clear image of that. We're gonna do some imagery tonight. Okay. All right. And oop. I don't know, Lynn. I'm gonna try to unmute you. Is this Lynn Webb? Let's see. There you go. Are you there?
Yeah, here I am. Hey,
Have you been in one of the circles before?
not in a really long time.
Okay. All right. Very good. It's nice to see your face. We're always on the phone, but
I know.
we get to see your nice face. So what are you commanding for tonight?
I think it would be along the lines of continuing to move forward with ease and grace.
Yes. Yes, because all of us who do events are events. Yeah, there's things. So, but we are moving forward. So that's kind of your natural operating system. What would make you think that you wouldn't be moving forward in ease and grace?
Well, what I'm thinking about is if I've actually started like going through some of the boxes, all the boxes I took out of storage, and so that I would have them and be able to go through them. And now there's some time to do that. And so I did start, which is great. And it just seems to be going really slowly.
Yeah. What's happening? Is you getting distracted or what's happening?
It's just it just feels a little bit like low energy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And maybe it's just my expectation that it should go faster, but
Well, what does it look like? Because I'm going to tell you about me. If I have a couple of boxes to go through, I'm fine. If there's a room of boxes, I literally pass out. I'll be like, I'll get started, and I don't know if I get because like I'm very emotional, and then the memories and stuff. But
right. Yeah.
with my stress, the way my brain works, it's just too many items, right? And then too many choices and stuff. And then, I have laid down and fallen asleep unpacking and during a move. Going, are you okay?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm like in the floor with my eye,
Yes.
my eyes.
Yeah.
But so what happens with that low energy? How are you noticing that?
Well, yeah, well, I did, it was great. I sat and just kind of meditated on like what wanted to happen. And it was like, oh, well, the Christmas stuff, there's a shelf in my bedroom. I could put that in there. So the things that I could put away that I there. And then I went to look to see if there was another bin that would fit up there.
Mhm.
And there was one that seemed that would fit. And what was in it was a lot of art supplies. And I go, oh, well, I'll look through this. I don't really need all of them. And I can actually donate some. I bet you there's some folks at home that would be, happy to have some arts and crafts stuff to do with their
Mhm.
kids. And I can do that on Freecycle. So that's what I've been going through. And, I get it all spread out all over the floor, but it's been working because I'll go away for a while and, something has kind of shifted and I go back in and I'm able to move stuff around and let go of some more stuff. So it's just, I guess maybe I have this idea that you just, power through it, which really doesn't work for me.
No, you're like do do do. Yeah, that's kind of your energy. But one thing, kind of like Richard, you got to get that clear vision of what it would look like on the other side, because otherwise,
Mhm.
then it's like your mind gets bored. And what are we doing this for? And
Yeah.
another box. And but the other thing is, I want to do a little experiment with you because we have all these boxes, and you have the good reason that you had the boxes and the good reason you kept everything. Now you have a good reason to get rid of it, right?
Mhm.
So in your mind's eye, what I would invite you to do is what's in the gap are all these boxes and another box and then the other thing to do, right? And then once
Mhm.
you're done with that, I'm kind of feeling some uncertainty. I'm kind of
Mm.
feeling this gap, right?
Okay.
And then once I get done with that, then what? That's
Mm.
that's the energy right there that's
Yeah.
stopping the blocks right there. Does that make
Okay.
sense? Yeah, that
Yes.
other side of those boxes. So what I want to invite you to do is one, think about the boxes, okay? And just in your mind's eye, what I like to tell people to do is to kind of like see the boxes together, lock on them with my eyes like a tractor beam, and then roll my eyes up and send them up to theta.
Ah.
And I don't know how the boxes are exactly, oh, everything in the boxes is exactly where it should be now. I only know the boxes are free to release and reorganize in a way that fits into my life now, and I am fulfilled. So I don't know how to co-create that end with the boxes. I only know the boxes and I are having a great time creating this new potential together now, and I am fulfilled. Isn't that fun? Like, woo, y'all feel that energy?
You
And now
love
we're just
it.
going to let it, because we have this intelligence called the boxes, this thing you created. This is your creation. It's like, but wait, no, we're going to make something new. And now, just in your mind's eye, now let the boxes come down in the new configuration and everything dispersed and released to go where it needs to go next for whatever reason. And now just let everything come back into your home in order. And all that room. And then into that gap, I don't know how, I look confidently into the future. I only know I am ready for the next good thing to arrive now, and I am fulfilled.
Hmm. Yep.
Yeah, so now it's going to be kind of fun. Now the boxes want to play with you. And
Yes.
I would play, hey, box, what are we doing today? I mean, just go ahead
Yeah.
and get silly
Right.
with it. But
Yeah.
you can do that with your home. You can
Mhm.
actually get your home or your office to co-create with you.
Mhm.
Everything that you have assembled, Sue, on your project, send it all up. Let it this is your creation. You're moving it around over and over again. So just let it play with that. Okay. So Lynn, when you think about your boxes now, what does it look like?
The energy is a lot lighter, and now it's more of a fun adventure.
Yeah, that energy just kind of let go out of your body.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and we're going to do this all together. We're all going to walk up, but that was just the practice. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you joined us tonight. All right. And then I'm going to check in with Cassandra, who you sent me this awesome email. How are things going for you?
Things are starting to move slow, but they're moving.
Okay. Because there weren't any responses in the job market thing, but then you said, you were starting to get some bites.
Yeah, last week I averaged 2 phone interviews per day, so that was a huge change. And after commanding to clear the blocks, I was inspired. Well, I actually saw something about ageism, and so I was inspired to go out and opt out of the big data brokers and get my age taken off the internet. Which apparently companies, even though it's illegal, they go out and Google you, and
Yep.
And my age was actually
Yeah, and
greater.
those 30 years
Really,
of, like that chronological resume and everything else. And, but now some of it is just keywords too, right? They're just looking at to them, nothing existed beyond 2 years ago anyway.
yeah, they don't care what happened before. But anyway, so that, and then I started looking for work from home data entry jobs, which won't pay my bills, but it'll slow down how fast I'm bleeding out money.
Okay.
So and I've
All
got a
right.
lot of interest in that. So it's like things are moving.
Yeah. And,
Even
it's
with
moving. Yeah, there's things
the
moving fast. Your kind of corner of the world, everybody's all of a sudden having to gear up and retool and get ready for this big influx of at-home workers, right? And
right, and it's like I haven't had calls yesterday or today, but I'm not surprised because there's a massive slowdown in hiring as people shift.
yeah.
But they still need me.
Yeah, we're still in we're in week 1, right? So we've still got a couple more weeks of everybody just trying to find their footing. And but there are people taking fast action, and things are already starting to move. Like my granddaughter's school, they said don't come back, and we were like, well, we don't know if we're going to have any more school or do anything else. We're just going to go with the flow. And then today they said, yeah, here's the curriculum and here's how we're going to set it up. So we were prepared for nothing to happen. So I think just everybody kind of figuring out what their plan is and then come from there. But you're exactly who we need right now. And a lot of stuff coming in for you. So right now it's still replacing that income, right?
Exactly.
Okay. And you know your number?
Yeah.
Income where you are now. We've got, and we have where you want to be is this number on your income, right? We have this amount,
Right.
and in the gap is what?
Is it? I have no income right now. So.
Yeah, you have no income. So right now you're kind of in panic mode, right? Right now you're in getting that clinch. So I don't know how I reverse the energy, right? I don't know, because right now you're in nothing coming in, clinching down. So I don't know how I reverse the energy. I don't know how I reverse my flow. I only know money is flowing into me now. Opportunities are flowing into me now. Ideas and a new potential are flowing into me now, and I am fulfilled. Yeah. And one thing I was reminded of, and and I've been doing this, and we always talk to people about do this, especially when you're needing to reconnect to money, because we're so used to those little bits of plastics and debit, like transfers and credits going back and forth, and all the electronics, got our debit cards. Here's my whole life right here, right? And but it's funny because the other day I was going, where did this come from? Where did this money, where did I get $60 cash, right? And it was kind of rolled up, and I said, well, I'm going to keep it on my desk. I don't know why I have it. And because if I have money, I'm like a little kid, honestly. Oh, I'm going to go get a soda. I got money. I'm gonna go get candy. but it was reminded me of what Asara said, and then I read this on a blog, but it said when you're really wanting to reconnect into money coming in, get cash money, listen to can you hear the
crinkle?
Yeah, the crinkle. You want to engage your five senses, but you want to breathe it in and smell it, because that's that reptilian part of the brain. Right.
Oh, yeah.
I love money.
Just
And
like
then,
to
so
touch
we're
it.
going to direct that reptilian body, like, go get it, boy. Right.
Fetch.
Yeah, I love money. I want to have this around. Like, we just want to be like in that Scrooge McDuck swimming in the coins kind of thing, right? In his
Right.
vault. But we want to get that sound, the look. We want to tell it how beautiful it is. And, even though I have my feelings about Andrew Jackson, I have to appreciate all the pizzas that he's made possible for me, and all the $20 readings that turned into, $5,000 days for me. Yeah. So, and all these little things, all because of this little invention, right? This little idea that we had of exchange, right? So
Right.
just reconnecting back to the money itself, get some bills, put it on there and go, oh yeah. And then I'll put them in my wallet, kind of facing like, make love. Make love. You got to be playful, right? Like,
Right.
come on, baby, let's make some more of these, right? So get a little silly, get a little naughty, bring up different energies and emotions. But when we're in that clinch, it's kind of hard because we're in that vibe of that lack and everything. So we got to get into this playfulness, because money likes to play. It doesn't like to work.
Good point.
Yeah.
Good point.
So bring it in, and then it's like, oh, it's going to be so fun to see how many ways money's going to come in. So that would actually be your command. It's like, I don't know how many ways money's going to come in. I only know I'm having fun watching it flow in now, and I am fulfilled.
Lovely.
Yeah. So get those dollars. Yeah. Because I waited tables, and I grew up working with fairs and stuff. With my daughter, she was doing, because the Pecanathon, going to markets. It was so fun because I had to teach her how to handle cash, and how to, sort it on your fingers, and how to count real fast, and how to do stuff working in the bank. And it was really fun playing with it. And I was showing her how to count change fast and everything else. And I remembered, I grew up in a grocery store, and I learned to count by fives when I was 5 because of nickels, right? 5, 10, 15, 20.
Yeah.
And learned to count cash then. So it was kind of like a full circle moment. But get back in touch with actual cash money. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Let's y'all ready to go up to data? Let me find the right. There we go. Do we have our commands? Do we know what we want to command for? Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off this, and I just want to align with you heart to heart. The Master in me greets the Master in you. And in this space, let there only be love between us. And let that love become illuminated and expand. As you align to your purpose. And we're going to do our grounding a little differently tonight. We're going to start with our spiritual connection and bring it down rather than start with the earth connection. So as you think about what it is that you want to attract, create, or manifest, or how you want to be in the world and experience the world, that is you in the future. That is the greater version of you. And so we're going to connect to that greater you, that greater you that has a bigger idea, has all the skills, resources, and attributes. So just roll your eyes and picture, visualize, or imagine that you are traveling up a beautiful pole of light. And the higher you go, the faster you go, and soon you find yourself surrounded by this beautiful black void in space. And right to the edge of that darkness, reach out and pull it away like a heavy black velvet curtain as you come into the white luminescence of pure, open potential. Eyes still up. I don't know how and state what it is that you want. I don't know how I go from light to light to light. I don't know how I embrace that greater potential and I'm free to receive that which I truly want, need, and desire. I don't know how everything in my life is reordered and reorganized in a way that serves me in a higher and greater way. I only know I am co-creating with every material thing, every made up thing, every desired thing now. And I don't know how I am reversing my financial flow. And I am delighted at all the ways people want to pay me, all the ways that money appears and comes to me. I only know it so now, and I don't know how. I am living in radiant health, and my family is healthy and strong. I only know that we are healthy now, and I am fulfilled. I don't know how to expand my sense of what is possible, what's available to me. I don't know how I have a new vision of who I am and a greater understanding of the truth of my power. You can relax your eyes. I only know the greatness that I am steps forward now and is revealed. And I don't know how I live from this greatness. I only know I am living in the truth of my greatness and my power and the magic that I am now, and I am fulfilled. And now just imagine that you are connecting to that big pole of light that is connected to your pole of light. And that pole of light contains everything you could ever want, need, or desire. It has all the answers, it has all the strategies, it has the skill set, it has everything. And so just grab a hold of it. And then this other version of you that you knew up until 15 seconds ago, just grab a hold of that greatness that you are and that greater potential. And now just feel yourself coming back down into your body. And as you're coming down, we're going to light up that master DNA strand that resides in the pineal gland. Yeah, and as that is lit up, it lights up the pituitary gland and balances your growth hormones. As that lights up, it lights up your thyroid and balances your noradrenaline and serotonin levels and all the multiple systems that your thyroid maintains and balances, and your thymus and your heart and your lungs are lit up, lit up, lit up. And your spleen, where creativity is expressed, and your pancreas that allows you to take in and enjoy the sweetness of life, to truly enjoy and experience the goodness in your life now. And it lights up your liver, the general of the entire system that controls over 600 functions, even the gallbladder and your stomach and the intestines, large and small, and the stomach lining and the fascia tissue and the vessels and the veins and the muscles and into the bones, the cartilage, lighting up your chakras. And just in your mind's eye, allow that crown chakra, your third eye, your throat chakra, your heart, your solar plexus, navel, and the root chakra to begin to glow. Let the light do the work. There's nothing for you to do but observe that light as you feel your connection to the earth. And as we feel the connection, we are able to witness, notice, or feel all that old energy being released into the earth so it can be transformed and transmuted. There we go. Yes, yes, yes. And now we're just going to connect all the way to the center of the earth and feel that creative life force energy. And feel that energy starting to come up, 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 that pole of light and that connection to you through your feet, right up your spine, into your hips. Feeling your body being completely supported in this plane of existence. When you're ready, bring your attention back to your heart as you receive your answer. As you receive that new potential, as you receive that money now. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Bring your attention back to your heart. Make sure your fingers and your toes made it. Just a minute. As you're coming back in, I'm going to say hi to Bari. Let's see, make sure I'm unmuted. Hello, darling.
I apologize. I was running. I did my 2 miles today, but I did it late. Now I have to do it outside because they closed the gym.
Well, that's good. Get some nice fresh air.
Yeah, definitely. So I did it.
Good for you. Good
And
for
then
you.
I came home and said, oops, forgot about that. Okay, anyway. So I'm the me too today. Whatever you ask for, me too. That's it.
That's it. We got it. You got some good stuff. You're going from light to light to light, things being easy, embracing, just being free to just go ahead and grab a hold of what you want, co-creating with everything that's in your life right now so that it serves you, reversing the flow of money so it's flowing into you now, and we're playing with money.
Ooh,
And yeah, you want to get some cash money and smell it and play with it.
I love the smell of money. I used to
Yeah.
say this to people and they looked at me like,
Yeah.
what?
So you want to play with it and be silly with it. We talked about that. And then Elaine was commanding for radiant health. So yes, you too.
Me too.
Yeah. So now I'm going to go ahead and meet you. Welcome. Thank you. I'm going to check in with everybody. I'm going to start with you, Sue. So yeah, we're going to go right back in order. So now
Yes.
try to find that blow up.
Ah. No? It's a small way. It's a small blip. It's not a
Yeah.
big blow up.
Because more like blip, blip.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, it's fun to play with matches sometimes, right? So okay. Yeah. Yeah.
it's
So you
that's
have an
good.
assignment. Be thinking about it, what it would look like in your mind's eye, 3 vignettes, guys, and this is for you. Of hey, what does it look like when it's easy? How do you know? So you want to create those little vignettes of how you know, right? And then a fourth one when, hey, well, what if it doesn't turn out? What if it does blow up? What are you going to do, right? So if you're in that higher state of mind, you'll go, well, we will be like a Sarah. Well, I didn't know I wanted to watch it blow up one more time, right? Because, well, I didn't know I wanted that. Okay. So maybe you'll be curious, right? So you want to do the future pacing all the way around, okay? And then if you run into any trouble, you do the command around it, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, honey.
Thank you.
I'm so glad we got that blown out. But you want to keep giving a lot of support to that because you've run that blow up a bunch, okay?
Yeah.
All righty. Mr. Richard,
Yes.
how easy is it for you to just get what you want?
Well, things are flowing along very, very nicely. The whole thing. It's just I've always thought that it was my plans were going to happen at a certain time, and I know the heavens are behind this whole thing, so I'm just going to follow my inspiration.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love what you did tonight because it was like a synergy of everyone's hopes and desires.
Mm-hmm.
You know what people would like to see happen. And
Yeah.
it's like a synergy. You're just tuning into the group consciousness and creating a synergy of all of it. It was kind of brilliant. It was kind of
Oh,
really
thank
cool.
you. Thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah, because as we hear, we go, oh, I like that. Oh, Doug. So yeah, that's the nice thing about us working together because it does expand it and
Are
it
you
kind of
sending
actually
that out
makes a
there?
more
I'm
complete
sorry. Go
picture.
ahead.
I'm sorry. It
Are you
makes a more
sending it
complete
to?
picture.
I'm sorry. I keep interrupting. I apologize. I'm just excited. But are you sending this to everybody, or how does that? I think you have to get it on Facebook. This
I
particular.
posted on Facebook. Yeah, and then these can be. I think there's a way to download them. Yeah,
Okay.
because but I had to put on a Google app, but I'm keeping them on the Facebook group.
Yeah, I might like to go through that one again. That's really, really cool.
All right, thank
Thank
you.
you so
I
much,
appreciate
Kathryn.
that.
God bless
All
you.
righty,
Thank you.
Miss Lynn. Let's see. Do 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 do. I'm gonna try to unmute you. I think you have to unmute yourself. There we go.
There we go. Hi.
Hi. So when you think about your boxes, what do you know now?
I just know that it'll get taken care of.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I'm going to actually ask you to, that's actually a big clue. So it would be, I just know I'm going to be, I just know I'm going to be taken care of.
Uh-huh.
The boxes, you taking care of your boxes is taking care of you.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I just know I'm going to be taken care of.
Mm.
There we go.
Mm.
Yeah, well, let's all do that together right now. Just roll your eyes up. I don't know how. I'm absolutely confident that I am taken care of, and I'm more than capable of taking care of myself and taking care of what I need. I only know it's so now, and I am fulfilled. And just let that one go. And right now, we need a direct download from Source on what it would look like and feel like and sound like to have that experience of being absolutely confident in our competency, in our ability, in the agreement with the world, that yeah, we absolutely are taken care of and we will be taken care of. We're just going to let that download directly into you, into each of us. I'm going to unwind, unwind, unwind. Just let that light do the work. I'm feeling a lot of energy releasing for people right now. Sadness, anger, grief, shame. I mean, like the whole gamut. Despair. Woo. Big despair, let go. Thank you. And we're just going to let that joy come. Like we've had this season of this struggle and this place of not being cared for. And I'm reminded of a line that says, sorrow may last for a night, but joy cometh in the morning. And I just see the daylight breaking on each and every one of you right now. Even within me, I see the daylight and the dawn breaking forth now. Bringing your attention back to your heart. Are you there, Miss Lynn?
Yes.
Yeah, I think that was the key. I think that was a big
Mhm.
piece there.
Yep.
You know, what you guys don't know is Lynn's a beautiful healer and everything she does heals people. So thank you for your bringing your loving light to us. There we go. Whew. Yeah, I'm just feeling like this energy is just like chains or something kind of coming off.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, thank you. So I'm going to zip you up. Woo, beautiful energy field. That one's going to process for a little while. Okay, so I'm going to
Yeah.
leave you with that one. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Cassandra.
Yeah.
When you tune into your gap now, what do you see or feel or know?
I feel much calmer
Yeah.
and confident. It's like, it's going to
Good.
be okay.
Mm-hmm. And I'm going to be okay.
Yep, I'm going to be okay.
Yeah, you're not it. When we say it, we want to go ahead and replace it. Go, it's going to be okay. You're going to be okay. We're going to be okay. We're going to get through this, right? I'm going to be okay.
I'm okay.
I'm
getting through
okay.
this.
I'm going to be okay. It's going to be okay.
Life is good.
Yeah, there we go. All right, I'm going to go ahead and mute you back. So thank you. And Miss Elaine, who is already our happiest, most chipper one. coming in.
I am. Do you know, I feel so peaceful and so relaxed. Just
Thank
all
you.
chains have been broken with what we did tonight. Just the chains fell off. It's
It did.
wonderful.
I could feel it. I felt like, did anybody else feel it? I felt like these links kind of coming off of my
Yeah.
back here. So, whew.
That's what relaxed, peaceful,
Yeah,
heavenly.
I love it. I'm going to share this on the main Commanding Wealth page. And if you guys could share this call tonight, I think this could really help a lot of people. So I'll get it posted there and I'll tag you guys in it. Okay. Oh my gosh, what a beautiful group. I'm going to mute you and I want to come back to Bari. What happened? Did you feel something? Because I saw you having a reaction there.
Great. I mean, actually, I feel really great.
Yeah.
Not only I am fulfilled for doing my 2 miles, managed to do them, but seeing all of you, honestly, I don't know, not always, it doesn't happen to me always, even though they are great people, but it doesn't happen to me all the time. So today is great. And last time I said something about what else is possible and so on, and what is in the situation that I don't see. And then Sue sent me a link to a very interesting lecture by Dan Hare. I don't know how you say his last name. And Gary, what's his last name? From Access. Anyway, so I was listening to it too, which is great, but I do know that there is a bigger picture for what's going on. And the day after, when I woke up or during the night, I had this this weird thought, not weird, I'm just kidding, interesting thought of, hey, I can teach people not only to overcome the situation they're in, but also teach mindfulness, because a post that came to me from Israel, they are teaching now mindfulness to principals, to teachers, and to students and parents.
Mm-hmm.
Because now we all have time. We don't know what to do at the time because people don't know their spouses. They don't know their kids. The kids don't know their siblings. Nobody knows anybody at home anymore. We are never at home.
Mm-hmm.
And suddenly people have to deal with real life, real people. And
Right.
they don't know how to do it. They have too much time and nothing that they want to do, they can do. And they need to learn. And then as a teacher, not necessarily I don't do this, but most teachers say, focus, focus, focus. In my classes, kids are just doing creative drama. They run, they jump, they sing, they do a lot of stuff. But in most classes, students have to sit still, even in kindergarten, which doesn't make sense to me at all.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have enough recess, they don't move, they cannot use their both sides of the brain. They cannot be kids.
Yeah.
They need to focus, but nobody teaches us how to focus, right? Nobody. And we keep, I think the most, the word that is heard most in schools, be quiet, focus. But you don't teach them how to focus.
Well, that's the old factory model. Yeah. So.
But nobody taught us how to focus either.
No, we had to learn as adults, and it was.
Some of us never did learn it, No. A lot of ADD, ADHD stuff. So I had the idea that I can develop a course now and offer it to teach it. Right now, it's a good time.
And now's the perfect time because everything, we're back in the Wild West, y'all.
Yeah. And
we are. We're in the Wild West now. We get all kinds of opportunities.
I am on the Santa Fe Trail, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it.
So another thing is, because everybody has to stay home, which doesn't make sense to me, but I'm not going to go there. so many people sit at home not knowing what to do with themselves, and this causes a lot of emotional stuff, and emotional stuff causes physical stuff. We know that. So people need to kind of channel their stuff to know what to do. And I think I know they need help. I'm not sure they know they need help, but I think
No,
this
they
is,
know because nobody knows what to do to themselves, but we've been on everybody else's schedule, right? So now this is part of the new paradigm. Richard wanted to say something, just a second. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, just along what you just said, that's what I was going to talk about. Just maybe you want to add something to it because we both, well, anyway. Blah, blah, blah. Uh, what I wanted to share with everybody here, and I think you're all aware of it, or I don't know if you have the same words or what, but we're the magic that happened tonight, and very, very magical. It's indicative of a quantum paradigm shift that we're all experiencing right now. The old ways of doing things are no longer suitable, and we are at the front lines, if you will, of operating our consciousness in a way that the majority of the people on the planet haven't learned to do yet.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're the forerunners, and there are other people on the planet that are doing similar things.
Yeah.
But I guess what I'm getting at here is we're going to find our deepest wishes and soul desires come true faster than ever before. And I
Yeah.
think that Kathryn can testify that that's absolutely what's going on. Am I
Yeah.
correct?
Yep. The veil's getting thinner
The density is breaking up.
between what we
Yeah,
think and what we manifest.
exactly. The density
Absolutely.
is breaking up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. Well, my gosh, guys, I love you so much.
Right.
A quick announcement. Let me mute everybody here. There we go. This is the last call that's happening at this time because the community has kind of grown to the point that it's like people want to be on, but they can't be on because of the time difference. There's no perfect time, but I went ahead and moved this to noon. And I know that some people work and some are at home. And the way I'm going to kind of remedy that is I'll be doing watch parties. But if anybody wants to do evening ones, do an evening circle, I would be so happy to teach how to facilitate that. Sue's a certified leader. And but if someone wanted to help facilitate doing a circle, I learned to do these after having one circle. Like I attended a Commanding Wealth, I had an experience with Asara, and I just wanted to replicate that. And so I said, hey, we did this cool thing at this class, right? And there's this thing called the one command, and here's how we say it, right? And it turned out when Asara came to visit 6 months later, I'd been teaching it wrong, but everybody was getting incredible results. But so it's impossible to screw this up, guys, is what I'm saying. But if you think you'd like to help me expand the circle and maybe not every week like I've been doing, but if you think you'd be interested in doing some evening stuff, either whoever's on the call or hashtag watching during the replay, shoot a message to me directly and we'll set up a time to talk on that. But otherwise, starting next week on the 31st, we're going to be meeting at noon Central Time, and I have a registration link, and then that way you can get an email reminder. It's kind of going to setting up a little separate group, and the system generates it for me, and I think it's going to be a little better system than what we've done here. And then that way you don't have to get onto Facebook first and then get onto this. So that's the reason for doing that. It's just we just have so many international people now, and I wanted to give them a chance to be on the call too, because hey, we are all in this together in healing the globe, and I have a big vision for that, and you guys are a part of it. So I just want to say I love you. I appreciate you so much. And until next time, this is Kathryn Perry, the Big Vision Coach, and I witness your mastery. Bye bye, everybody.